Going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. It is a beautiful one out. It looks like the sun's going down now as I say that, but appreciate you tuning in to another edition. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith. Hope you're all enjoying your Thursday, but if you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to throw them my way. If you missed it earlier, we talked about two key names being back for the Philadelphia Eagles, so we're going to get into all that. Eagles and Saints injury report for both teams. Let's jump right into it. Thank you again for tuning in, whether you're watching this live or later. But we're going to start this off with the Eagles injury report. And if you missed it earlier, Jalen Hurts back in business, limited capacity, but excited about that. But if you look at the injury report of the Eagles every Thursday, you're going to have players resting, and people always lose their mind. Oh, my God, the season's over. I'm literally already seeing that. I knew it. I knew our season was done. We're over. It's like, this happens every effing week. How are people not aware that football happens and every day? I mean, if we could get a channel out there that just kept everybody up to date with all the injuries, everything they would need to know with the matchups. Oh, man, crazy. Maybe one day, maybe we will get that. Now let's get into all the injuries that people should know. So limited because of rest every Thursday this season, week 17. These guys are resting for the 17th time this season. Okay. James Bradbury, Fletcher Cox, Landon Dickerson, Brandon Graham, Jason Kelsey, Isaac Seumalo, Darius Slay, and Josh Sweat. All of them veteran rest. The season is not over. These guys are not out for the season. These guys are not sitting out for the game. I do not know where these narratives come from, but holy hell, these guys are resting for the 17th time this season. It's literally happened every week. So they're resting, as always. Now let's look at the actual injury report. These are the guys that you should have concern about because they're actual injuries. So let's look at did not practice. Oh, yeah. So no more Jalen, no more Miles on that list. But you did add Linval Joseph there, and Lane Johnson, Avonte Maddox still on that, going to stay on that, both out indefinitely. Linval Joseph dealing with an illness. Hopefully he'll be good to go for this Sunday. But we did get Jordan Davis back. You see at the bottom, he is a full participant today. So great news there. And then you see in the middle there, limited A.J. Brown again, but he did get some rest as well. So looking like his knee might be all right. That's great news. Jalen Hurts, though, the biggest news for the Eagles this week. We know that this young man needs to win one of these games. And if he doesn't do it, well, then I guess Minshew could do it. But we know that this dude's playing at an MVP level. We all would love to see him come back, get the Eagles that number one seed in the NFC, go win the damn NFC East. I'd love to see it. And look, this kid is having a phenomenal season. So getting him back in a limited capacity goes a long way to getting him back. So if you get him back for the Saints game here, you beat them, you clinch that stuff. Then maybe you only play him for a quarter, a half against the Giants. Keep him healthy, but keep him fresh. Then you get that bye week, really get him healthy, and then you're off to the playoffs on the road to victory. So we've talked about this, and nothing surprising here. The dude is a beast. We know that he was going to do everything he could to get back, but he's limited. So this doesn't mean he is playing, but it is a great step in the direction that he will be. So let's go, baby. And before we jump into the Saints here, we got some comments. Let me jump over here real quick. Yo, my man Samuel in the building. Let's go. Starting this off right. And Mark, let's go. Let's get this W. All about it, my dude. Hope you are doing well. Nina, Samuel, Mark. Oh, we're off to an all-star lineup. Love to see it. Appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. Ryan Rollman, MVP. Yes, indeed. He looked great in practice, so let's hope he comes back and we solidify this win. Happy Thursday to you, Liz. And, you asked me yesterday, do I think Jalen Hurts plays in this game? And I didn't think so. If he's not ready to go, then you don't play him. But as I also said in that video, if he is ready, I wanted to play one of these games here, go get that win. And exactly like I said, a little bit of rest involved, but keeping him fresh. So I do want to see him back in this regular season. And if you go get that win against the Saints without him, who knows if you see him. So I'm happy to have him back. So if you asked me that today, Liz, my answer would be, ooh, he might just play. So limited today. Great news. Maybe they have him as a backup, emergency quarterback just in case. And maybe they do allow Gardner Minshew to go out and be the starter. I'm not sure what the game plan is here, but great news today for the Eagles. You love to see that. My man Randy in the building. not much is new other than Jalen Hurts is back, baby. So let's go. Limited capacity. And then Miles Sanders was also back in a limited capacity with that knee issue he's dealing with. But those things, we talked about it. Once it hits today, right now, Thursday, that's when you really want to gauge what's going on. And then tomorrow for the game status report, we'll really have a better idea if guys are questionable, out, doubtful, whatever the status tag they get is. I will let you know that. But we're going to move this train on to the Saints now, who are dealing with a lot of injuries. And only one thing changed for the Saints, so they've still got all those damn names up there. So let's take a look at this list. Still have Kamara, May, and Pete missing. All three of those guys starters. Then backup running back Dwayne Washington is still out with an illness. And then the one change I talked about was Ryan Ramczyk, their starting right tackle. He was upgraded to limited today, so that is great news for them. Marshawn Lattimore, Chris Olave, and Pete Werner, other starters for the Saints, also limited. And then depth safety there, Justin Evans dealing with a shoulder issue. He was limited. But Caden Ellis, still a full participant, so great news for them there. But dealing with a handful of injuries themselves. And, tonight, it is Thursday night, so the top 10 matchups are coming your way. Probably going to be about 6:30, 7 o'clock. But we're going to talk about that stuff. And I actually might be able to get it at 6. We'll see. Turn that notification bell on. You'll know when. But we're going to break this thing down. And I think even at full strength, we all know that the Eagles can beat this Saints team. But any given Sunday, and we're going to break it down like we do every single game. We'll talk about the strengths, weaknesses of both teams, where the Eagles should attack, where you think the Saints will attack. So I hope to see you then. But for right now, this is all I have for you, the injury report. But I will be back later. If you got anything from this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. You can always subscribe to the channel, join us live, or you can always join us later. Whenever you guys comment, I always get back to you. Love talking birds with you. Let's go. Randy, he's back. Excitement would be an understatement, baby. So I'm pretty pumped up. But if he plays, he has whooped their ass twice now. We know what he's able to do. Came in his first game as a starter. He can't beat the Saints. There's no way he could beat the Saints. And then they continuously can't develop. There's no way he can be good. He just can't. And he is. So MVP level. Let's get him back. I'm with you, Randy. Let's go. MVP. Dude, if he's healthy and with an injury like that, a sprained joint in his shoulder, you got to be careful with the nerve damage there. That's why they're being so precautious. So we want to get him limited reps in, see what he looks like. So if he keeps looking good, he'll play. But again, maybe just an emergency quarterback, because I think Gardner-Minshew could get the job done. Maybe let Hurts play for a quarter. I don't know, a couple drives, whatever it may be. We're going to have to keep our eye on his status and how he is holding up. So doing all I can to get some nuggets for you. I hope you have a great Thursday. Hope you enjoyed the holidays. I think I talked to you since then, but everybody out there, hope you guys are ready for New Year's. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas or whatever holiday you are out there celebrating. But look, man, I'll be back. And the one thing, we talked about, I haven't got much of a nugget on Jalen Hurts, but Lane Johnson, we talked about, he is really rushing back. This dude is an animal. We're going to pray that it doesn't, really hinder the last couple years he has of his football career. But the dude wants to win a Super Bowl, so he'll be back for the playoffs. Jalen Hurts, he's the same kind of beast. He's going to do what it takes, but this kid's got a very long career in front of him, and I would like to try to keep him healthy. So if they don't, I'm not going to lose my mind, but I'd love to have him back. I really would, but I don't want to rush it. Partial tear, so I don't want Jalen playing. Yeah, man, I don't want him to further injure that for his career, so please. And Uncle Rico almost beat the Cowboys, so if he could, stand up to that defense, he can definitely take on the Saints defense. That's just how I feel about it. But going to get rolling out. Hope to see you guys later tonight, somewhere between 6 and 7, talking about the top matchups, Week 17, Eagles versus Saints. I hope to catch you then. But if you need me before that, you can always reach out on any of these platforms. You can always comment down below. Always down to talk some birds with you. But until later tonight, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You stay safe out there. Enjoy your Thursday. And as always, go Birds!